Party time! When it's time to party, we will party hard.
No.
Yeah, no screaming. This is a nice little no screaming gambling episode.
Until my part comes later.
This is part C of the Boken Boys Gamble Their Rent Away. Have not decided on what C will be yet. We'll figure something out.
C is for cookie.
We're going to start with our picks from last week. Do you want me to go into mine first or yours first?
Yeah, we'll go NCAA because it happens before the NFL, and then NFL, then NCAA, then NFL.
I like that. Okay, so let's go into last
Alphabetically, it also comes before NFL.
And C, yeah. C comes before F. Man.
I before E, except
Thank God
after
for
C.
school, huh? All right. First pick, Stanford at USC. Totally wrong. Not even close. Did not come close. Stanford was ranked. USC wasn't. USC was the favorite. It was at USC. I'm like, all right, well, USC just lost their starting quarterback, and I guess their true freshman is a stud. He was throwing Nick Foles dimes literally like right when Nick Foles got hurt this past week. That perfect pass to
Gorgeous pass.
Baby Shark, DJ. Yeah,
Baby Shark.
That's what it would look like. I'm like, oh, so they got murdered 45-20.
USC is coached by, what's his name? The old Oregon coach, isn't it? Totally got that. Oh, that's UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to UCLA. Next pick, SEC. Fuck you, Nick Saban. This is... I've written a lot on this.
You'll never learn.
Why do you have to act like a nice guy and not murder teams? This is why you never made it in the NFL. You must have bet New Mexico State to cover the spread. Not only that, but them to cover the over under 4.5 points. How the fuck do you let them score a point? Score 1 point on you. You're supposed to be the most unbeatable. You're supposed to beat NFL teams. That's what people say. You can beat NFL teams. No, you can't. If New Mexico State can score a fucking point on you, you can't beat NFL teams. Safe to say, Alabama won 62-10, but did not cover the 54-point spread that I bet on. They didn't cover by 2.
I liked that over. I didn't take it because I was at a wedding, but I liked that over, the over 4.5 points. How do you not take over 4.5 points?
Knowing that Nick Saban is going to just lay down and die at the end of the game.
Correct. You just got it.
Dick. They were up by like 50 in the first half. They were
murdering
them.
I think it was like over under 1.5.
They didn't score in the first half though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that, but I would have taken.
It was over under 1.
Yeah.
It was over under 1.
I would have taken the bullshit second half 1 points.
So 0 for 2. Okay. Next bet, Big 12, LSU at Texas. Coach O.
By the Bayou.
Never bet on Texas. LSU was 4.5 point favorites, and I took it and moved to 6.5. They covered both, 45-38. Crazy game. Their defense shut down Texas in the first half. It was a 27 score, and then something must have happened in the tunnel where Coach O and whoever the young Texas coach's name is said, "You want to make this fun? Okay, let's toss some balls. Let's toss some balls around. Stop playing defense. Move off a little bit."
I love the new LSU.
They're fucking great.
It's great.
Joe
Burrows.
Burrow is amazing.
That's Sean Burrow's son, the former third baseman from the Padres.
He threw for 471
I made that up,
yards.
by the way. I don't know if it's actually his kid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I don't know if
Good
he's
third
related
baseman,
at all.
though. Left-handed hitter.
But he threw for 471 total yards.
Has that
and
ever
4
happened in
touchdowns.
LSU, like ever?
I think he broke the record or came close to it. Either tied it or broke it.
Sounds like he did.
On the other side, Ellinger threw for 400 yards, and that was mostly in the second half. Like, absolutely incredible game. They went back and forth in the fourth quarter. It was just touchdown. So it was fun. And LSU covered and beat them in Texas. And, side note, Coach O confirmed they did not have air conditioning in their locker room.
I fucking love that move.
Which is hysterical because they're in the bayou and
it's hot
It's
down
fucking
there.
hot. They probably, I assume LSU just doesn't have air conditioning ever because it's always broken.
Red
Always broken.
Auerbach is so happy. That's what he used to do. He used to put like specific dead spots in the court for the Celtics that only they knew where they were. So if the other team would go dribble in a spot of the court, they would know to attack the guy because the ball would die on them and it wouldn't come back up to them.
What do you mean dead spots? Would he pour some water over it and let it bubble up?
It would just be like a known spot that would the ball would die when it hit.
That's amazing.
So he would just hammer that piece of the wood. So they knew exactly where to trap a guy to make a steal.
He would literally hammer the
so it would be dead. Yeah, it was great. It was brilliant.
That's
and only his
hysterical.
team knew where they were on the court.
Nobody could ever figure that out
No,
until
like,
he told you.
How do you prove that? Yeah.
You don't.
Well, that was a win for you, Bonesy. LSU got you back.
I got to
on
win.
the-
I got to
on
win.
the off the schneid.
I didn't even write anything on this. I think I tried to, and I must have deleted it. Miami, UNC. I said, Miami. Mac Brown won. Miami was up by 5 with like 30 seconds left, and Mac Brown went down and scored. And to beat
Fuck
Miami,
Mac Brown.
he's now 2-0. UNC won a total of 3
Is
games. last year.
UNC back? Because Texas isn't.
Texas is not back. UNC won a total of 3 games last year. They already have 2.
Believe in Coach Mac.
And they're playing Wake Forest, and Wake Forest is favored. I'm not taking that this week, but
Wake Forest is favored.
yeah, Forest. Forest? Forest.
Wake Forest. I say
on,
I say
Tobacco
Forest.
Road. On Tobacco Road. Another
A
team
rivalry game.
Yes. So, yes, lost that one. But then, coming up to my blow.
One in tree, but the most important one.
My blow. Very, very happy about this. Iowa versus Rutgers, minus 20. As predicted, Rutgers didn't score a point.
So bad. So bad.
They couldn't get it past midfield. The worst part was in the first half, they were just pinning Iowa at their own 5 because they couldn't get it past midfield, and they have a great punter. Whoever this punter is nailing
Well, they
punts.
need to.
Yeah.
That's
They have
the
to have
only
a good
part of
punter.
their game they
and
have
he was
to be
just
good at.
drilling it in the 5, and literally just drilling it every fucking time. And eventually Iowa just took over and started running the ball and throwing the ball well. And
They don't have the
scoring
greatest
touchdowns.
offense in the world, but it was enough.
They have a great defense, though. Rutgers could not move the ball. There was no movement at all. Iowa has seven tight ends on the roster.
Yes.
was that?
That was when George Kittle was on the team. They had 7 tight ends.
That was
on the
George
roster.
Kittle, Hawkinson, Noah Fant.
And Noah Fant. All on
And
the
then
same team.
4 others.
With CJ Beathard
3
as the
others.
quarterback.
Yeah. Beathard.
Delicious.
So that's my picks. I went 2 for 2 and 3.
2 and 3. 2 for 5, you mean?
2 for 5. 2 and 3. 2 for 5. Better than I'm moving up. Moving on up.
That's true.
Statistically, I should be over 500 next week. I should have
You
3
would think
wins.
so.
Yeah. Or push 1 and go 2 and 2.
That's probably more
statistically
likely,
is
yeah.
actually
So let's
push 1
go
and
with
go
that.
2 and 2.
You'll get there. All right.
So go into your NFLs.
NFL. As Mel Gibson once said in Braveheart, "Follow me to freedom." Then he said some really not so nice things about Jewish people. But that has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to yell to start, even though I said I wouldn't. Last week, I went 2 and 3 with a push for a grand total of minus 1.03 units, a.k.a. the nickname of my penis. Our lock of the week was the Rams, minus 3 on the road against the Panthers, and it ended how most women feel after they have sex with me, unsatisfied. As the Rams pushed with the Panthers, instead of sending us to heaven, Sean McVay took us to purgatory. Our parlay was Baltimore, Philly, and Seattle. Oh, that was a huge success, unlike Ciara's month seeking premarital sex with Russell Wilson. We also hit on our thick pick of the week with Indy teased up to 13 and Houston teased up to 13. Both teams either tied or were leading with 40 seconds left in the game. It was never in doubt. The Gipper decided to show his
Fucking
face
Gipper.
quietly, retreating into the night when overtime came.
Who?
The Gipper came, and then he was like, you know what? I think you guys got this.
Andrew Luck showed up in the locker room?
I don't know. I'm just making up the Gipper.
Ah.
The Gipper is a fictional person at this point.
Yeah, he's not. It's not Andrew Luck.
It could be Andrew Luck. So those were 2 wins and a push. The negatives. Our cuck of the week died in the red zone, as per tradition with the Falcons offense, leading us to, instead of saying, "Who are the Falcons?" we said, "We are the Falcons."
They are the Falcons. It's not.
They suck.
That wasn't even. I don't even know that Minnesota's good. They were really bad. The Falcons were bad.
Every time the Falcons get in the red zone, they turn it over. Every time. They either score a 40-yard touchdown or they turn it over either on downs or via a pick or fumble in the red zone. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them.
They're going to win the Super Bowl this year. That's what the Giants did in like 07.
Could be.
Yeah.
Our prop of the week fell a half a reception short as
CKPP.
yeah, our CK is Christian Kirk. His MVP season started off with only 4 catches on a line of 4.5. But look at him to bounce back this week better than Jordan did in '96, who's the true GOAT, because LeBron sucks, Schleier. Last but not least, our Guma of the week was a calamity. Tampa Bay over 25.5 points, and Jameis Winston played the role of the Guma very well and did everything in his power to break up my marriage. What a dick.
No, that was Val and her husband that did that.
No comment. So that was my picks. I went 2, 3, and 1. Grand total of minus 1.03 units and a push on my lock of the week.
You made six. Oh, yeah. 6-borough. I get it. Yeah.
6-borough.
All right. Well, hey.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. It really could have been.
Fuck the Falcons.
Woo! Now I'm going to make my picks for this week, and I'm going to start off with I took a lot more favorites, which is the first week I've done this. I was taking the first week.
good or
I
bad?
took all underdogs. Every single pick was
Well,
an
that's
underdog.
because
And I went one
at a
I
conference and
went 1-5.
usually, and the spreads are like massive. Like they don't know how to. These teams that play each other every week, they know how to handicap them better. When you play at a conference, anything could happen.
That's why you go to Disney World.
Yes, yes.
Starting off with the Pac-12 because that's how it's lined up in my spreadsheet. I really had no idea to pick. USC minus 4.5 at BYU. First, who do you think I'm picking here? You didn't read it yet, did you?
I have not read your notes.
Okay. Well, because your little red thing of okay, go ahead.
No.
What do you think I'm picking here?
What was it again? You got me all confused now.
USC minus 4.5, coming off a blowout win on Stanford at home. They're going to BYU. They're going to the land of the Mormons.
You're going to take USC.
Okay. All the smart money says to take USC.
So you took the Mormons.
But there are two things that nobody's accounting for, Chris. I'm
have
not
a lot of
smart.
wives?
I'm not smart. And BYU's quarterback, Zach Wilson's mom, Lisa Wilson, is super hot.
Oh, she's a smoke.
So hot. She's a hot dancing mom, and she hated BYU before her son decided to go there. She even told the team to not pray, and all the fans to not pray before games.
So she's an atheist hot
I
mom.
assume they're Mormons, though. Like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't tell them that.
Like,
Easy to lose a
No,
scholarship.
I mean, she looks like their whole family looks like Mormons. They're
Oh.
like all blonde hair or like dark blonde hair, blue eye Mormons. So that's why, USC looks good. They're not in LA. This is their first kind of, Stanford was supposed to be their challenge, but that was at home. And there's no drinking. What are you doing over there? So I'm going to take BYU plus 4.5. I told you I took a lot of the favorites, and I started off with a non-favorite.
You're a sly dog.
Oh, sneaky. Very sneaky, Hans. SEC next.
Is Alabama involved?
Shockingly, no.
Oh, nice.
I am done with fucking Nick Saban.
Are you fading Tennessee?
I hope he never wins again. I hope he never wins the championship again. I hope Coach O takes over in the SEC. So I'm going to go Florida, minus 8 at Kentucky. Who do you think I'm picking? This is at Kentucky.
Florida hates Skur and Pernce. But I think you're going Florida because Kentucky is pretty bad.
So, I mean, Kentucky's not, they're good. They're just not what they were last year. So
Yes.
they went into Florida last year and won in Florida, which was a fucking shocking
Huge
game.
upset.
Yeah, like very, very fucking shocking. And one team's gotten better, and the other team has lost almost all of their defense from last year, which is Kentucky. So I'm going to take Florida, minus 8. And I believe I looked at it right beforehand that it moved to minus 9.5 Florida. So, like,
Oh.
it's already everyone's favorite.
Get it
Florida.
now.
Yeah.
Get it now.
Quickly!
Go!
Next up, my favorite conference, the Big 12.
So many Pernce. So many
TCU
Pernce.
is actually favored this week. I'm not fucking picking them. And that's because of one man.
I don't know what you're going to say. Is it going to be Jalen Hurts?
It's going to be the future Heisman winner,
Oh,
2019, 2020.
His cum is on your face still.
Oh my
You didn't
God.
clean enough
I
up.
fucking love Jalen Hurts. So they're going to UCLA, and Chip Kelly's high-powered offense that scored a whopping 13 points at home against San Diego State last week.
Hey,
When
San Diego State's great.
they were favored by 8.5, and they lost by like 12. That's fucking embarrassing.
Not great.
They can't score a point. They can't run the ball, and they can't score a point. How did Chip Kelly ever...
He's the coach of TCU?
No. UCLA.
Oh,
It's-
UCLA. Yeah, duh.
Are you listening? Oklahoma, UCLA.
I thought you said TCU.
I said
Oh,
UCLA.
you did the and I got
Well, I
very...
said my favorite conference, the Big 12.
Mentally, I got confused when you said that.
Go Horned Frogs, go.
You can't do the horned frog and expect me to not just
Interesting
think
fact
them.
about the horned frog, it's two facts. Not a frog, it's a horned toad, the horny toad. And B, to defend itself, it shoots blood out of its eyes. Very similar to Chris's ex-girlfriend.
No comment again.
So Oklahoma has already moved to minus 21, and now it's 23.5. So I am still going to take Oklahoma because Jalen Hurts, which I will get to his stats. It's a Jalen Hurts watch.
Why don't you just
before
call
we
him
end.
Jalen Hurts, Heisman Trophy winner? Why don't you just call him that? 'Cause
All right.
that's what you say every day anyway.
Well, no, I do. It's Jalen Hurts for Heisman total updates. That's what I have. Do you want me to go into that?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Okay, I'll go into that real quick.
I know you're going to anyway.
I am. So his total after 2 weeks, do you want to guess what it is?
900 yards, because you told me. 900 yards
Well,
of
you're
offense.
off already.
Oh. 600 passing
All right,
yards.
shut the fuck up. So he's 31 for 41 with 591 yards passing and 6 touchdowns.
Not bad.
He
Average.
has, rushing-wise, 24 rushes for 223 yards
Average.
and 3 touchdowns.
Average.
So he has 814 total yards and 9 touchdowns. And what conference does he play in?
The Big
Chris?
12.
And what do they not have in the Big 12?
Defense, actually.
So who do you think? And who are the last 2 Heisman winners?
I believe they came out of the Big 12.
And what school did they come out of?
Oklahoma, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Jalen Hurts for Heisman. Watch out. Shockingly, he's still. Trevor Lawrence has only thrown 2 touchdowns. Did you know that? They just
They
said
beat
that
the
today.
oh, no, that was Syracuse lost to Maryland.
Yeah, he's only
Who
thrown.
did Clemson play last week?
Texas
obviously,
A&M.
Obviously, they won. Oh, yeah, they won.
Texas
won late.
A&M. It was a
Yeah,
close game.
Yeah.
They did not cover the spread though.
Yeah. I mean, A&M is still a decent school, the SEC school.
A&M
Not
almost,
easy.
Yeah, and they're going into my next bet of the week actually.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're there, ACC Clemson minus 27.5 at Syracuse.
Syracuse looked up pretty bad last week. At home.
Yep. No, they were away. They were at Maryland.
Maryland?
Yes, they haven't played a game at home yet. Which I'm going to tell you, I hate myself for doing this,
Okay.
but I think Hughes covers the spread.
You think Syracuse is going to cover 27?
They got cocked by Maryland at Maryland, but they're like Miami against the Patriots for some fucking reason.
They play them well.
They play them well. They always play them well. Like they only lost they were up the whole game last year and then like lost by 3 at the end. Like they just love coming close or beating Clemson. And I think it's 2 reasons going into my reasonings here. A, Clemson's trying to make orange their color, and that's fucked up because Q's
Are the orange.
Are the orange. They used to be the orange men, but I guess they were the first. Syracuse was the first to be cisgender and gender neutral because they took away the orange men and made it the orange because there was orange men and women playing for them.
Is that a good thing that you're voting on? Or you're
No.
rooting for
No. I just love Syracuse.
Okay.
I love Jerry McNamara. I saw him.
Jerry!
I saw him in that 6 overtime game.
That was beautiful.
It was fucking wonderful. It was like one of the greatest experiences of my life. And he's just this like little Irish guy that can just drain threes and control an offense. Love that guy. So I think they cover 27.5.
Okay.
Do you know what time it is?
I believe Kesha had a song about it.
Is it
This
Kesha?
place about to blow.
It's time for my blow. All right, let's get into this.
The blow.
The blow. My favorite pick of the week. And this week, I think this is the lock of the century. This has to be the lock of the century. I'm saying this, and you should probably fade it. Maryland is going to Temple, and they're only 7.5-point favorites. Maryland has scored 142 points in 2 games.
Temple's got a good D, right? Is that what they're known for?
Temple has a good team. Who fucking cares? Maryland is blew the fuck out of Syracuse, who was like 20th in the nation, and
they were
was
ranked,
good
yeah.
last year, and they're still pretty much the same team. Syracuse might still be good. Maryland might just be awesome. They had, what the fuck is his name? Transfer from Virginia Tech, the quarterback that changed their offense completely because they couldn't throw the ball last year, and now
Well, they had
can
like
throw the ball.
6 quarterbacks get injured last year. They were on like their 6th-string quarterback last year, Maryland.
And now they can throw the ball and watch the fuck out because they can just score some points. 142 points in 2 games, and you're only 7.5-point favorites against fucking Temple.
It's a lot of points.
It's like, it's at the link, though, which is great because Temple plays where the Eagles play. Isn't that hysterical?
Really?
They don't have their own field. I actually went to a Temple bowl game. I didn't even know they had bowl games for Temple. I forget who they played, but it was at the link, and it was just, you got to sit like on the field, basically.
It was
cool.
the
'Cause there was nobody there.
Zillow.com rent in the shitty part of JerseyCity.com
Yeah,
bowl.
shitty part of town. It was a shitty part of town. While Temple is in North Philly, it is fucking garbage area. You know who went there? Who else is garbage? Bill Cosby. That's their biggest.
What a douche.
He was their biggest donor. Isn't that hysterical? So yeah, this is an easy lock of the week. 7.5 points. I don't know. Maybe the water slows teams down in Philadelphia. Maybe it's all the cheesesteaks. I don't know. I think it's an easy lock. And that's my those are my picks, and that's my blow.
That's your blow. Distinguished guests, gather around, hush your mouths, and open your ear holes. Bones, ask me what I'm doing as soon as we finish recording.
Probably going to bed.
I'm walking down those 5 flight of stairs, heading north 4 blocks, and I'm going to march my fat ass right into the Chase Bank, and I'm going to tell the branch manager about the small business proposal of a lifetime. I'll give him first crack at the often talked about, always hyped, but best faded 6 picks from the 6th borough from me, Z. Follow me to bankruptcy. As usual, a reminder, my picks are never logical and rarely backed by numbers, but they are backed by my extremely large pouch upon which I draw strength and logic from. First up, we have our almost heaven lock of the week.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. This is the day the Lord has made.
This pick is so close to heaven, it's like saying 99% of a rosary. We're going with the Chargers, -2.5 at Detroit. Phillip Rivers has had sex how many times, Bones, in his life?
At least 3,000.
9! Only to procreate, and he's about to make it 10 after he penetrates the Detroit defense. Call him Moses on Sunday, because he's going to lead us to the promised land. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us gamblers, now at the hour of our backdoor cover. Amen.
I would say I think Detroit's going to win that game.
No way. Yeah. Not a chance.
Not a chance?
That's why it's my lock, Bones.
You know who's not playing? Fucking Hunter
Henry.
God damn it, motherfucking piece of shit.
Out with an injury.
I wanted like the most absurd injuries I've ever heard of. It was like a fibula tibula defibrillation. Like, it didn't make any sense. I couldn't even read what the fucking phrase was. Like, he's probably out till the end of the year. We don't know. He'll come back at some point.
He's only out for 4 weeks, they said now. 4 to 6.
Literally, their head coach said, I hope to have him back by the end of the year.
Oh. Initial report was 4 to 6, but with him, since he has noodles for legs.
I like how you start with your lock of the week and just go downhill from there.
Yeah, because I'm just going to lose everything else, probably. So, again, that was 2 units on our almost heaven lock of the week. LA Chargers, -2.5 for 2 units. Next up, our weekly teaser, a.k.a. the thick pick of the week, because a little extra never hurt.
That she crack. Ain't it Jay? What she order? Fish fillet.
More like thick fillet. We're teasing 2 overs this week. The Falcons and Eagles down to 45, and the Jaguars and Texans down to 37.5. Philly's secondary has more holes in it than my credit score, which should set up nicely for Matty Ice to score from deep early and often like the dirty bird he is. I could say how poorly the Jaguars played in week 1 defensively. I could say how awesome Deshaun Watson looked week 1. But that's not why we love the over in this game, Bones. Do you know why? Do you know why we like the over?
I don't even know what game you're talking about. I can't hear it over your screaming. Yeah, why do you like the over?
We like it for one reason and one reason only. Gardner Minshew 2.
Minshew 2. Minshew 2.
This guy's mustache makes porn actors blush. He banged your girlfriend already. He's your best friend's best friend already. He's already having a catch on the front lawn with your kids instead of you, but you're somehow cool with it.
Do you know he's the reason that Eli's ranked 33rd out of 32 quarterbacks?
Because Nick
Foles is still technically above him.
Sans collarbone is ahead of Eli Manning.
And so is Minshew, too. That's so annoying.
I'm on board with that, actually. Yeah. So we're going with the Falcons and the Eagles. Teased down to 45.
Wait, you bet on the Falcons again?
Oh, over.
Oh, okay.
Falcons and the Eagles teased down to 45. Jaguars and Texans teased down to 37. 1 unit on the thick pick of the week. Our parlay of the week, aptly named the Owl, because one will lose.
One little owl said, ooh. 2 little owls said, ooh.
It's another moneyline parlay with 4 teams. We're taking the Ravens, the Pats, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys. Add those all up, plus 120. Lamar Jackson is going to show us why Baltimore is the crime capital of the world as he murders Kyler Murray in cold blood. Patty Mayonnaise Mahomes is going to skeeter all over the porous Raiders defense.
Skeet.
Yak Prescott will show us the superior drug to do instead of that swag weed the Redskins gave us at Plymouth Rock. And the Pats, no witty puns, They're the best team ever. They're the GOAT. Right, Schley? We're going with 1 unit on our owl because I said 2. The Ravens, the Pats, the Chiefs, and the Cowboy money lines for 1 unit.
Quick question. Do you think Antonio Brown plays?
We are a anti-rape gambling podcast, so I'm going to say no. I hope that they hold him out.
They didn't hold Aaron Hernandez out after he murdered someone. After rumors came out that he murdered someone.
Well, when they knew it was true, they cut him. Maybe if this woman is believed to be true, because we always believe women, Bones.
Have you watched the new? We're going to watch the new Bill Burr stand-up after this.
Oh,
Sorry.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we're really going on a tangent here.
He allegedly came on her back. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot.
Our parlay. Oh, wait, we did that one. Next up, our underdog of the week, a.k.a. our cuck of the week.
Oh, no, you don't need a bathing, so just pull off your clothes and let your cock and balls feel the nice warm water.
Is that Antonio Brown?
It could be. We're taking the Colts at plus 145 on the road against the Titans. I am confident that Indy is going to cook with some Jacoby brisket this week while... The return of the Mac runs train on the Tennessee D. I made some jelly sandwiches and sliced up some cantaloupe. Why don't you sit by the pool and watch Marlon Mack and T.Y. Hilton fight over who's going to score a touchdown first? Share, baby, share.
That was pretty good. You've had all day to do this, so it should be good.
I would call that work sick. We're going 1 unit on our cuck of the week. The Colts plus 145, 1 unit. Next up, the pick I like second best, my Guma of the week. We're taking the Chicago Bears minus 2.5 over the Denver Broncos. Mitch Trubisky is going to bounce back after his woeful debut and carve his name into Denver's D. Or else I'm going to head to his house and take a Louisville Slugger to his both headlights.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to go opposite on this. I think Denver.
You like Denver?
I like Denver.
Joe Flacco is awful.
Second half, Joe Flacco, he turned around. It's a brand new team. You can't judge him on the first half.
I don't know, man. I can't bet on Joe Flacco. Like, unless it's the playoffs against the Pats. I will not bet on Joe Flacco.
Can you bet on Shane Falco, though? What if Joe Flacco...
Falco punch!
What if Keanu Reeves comes out? Would you say, fuck, my bet's done?
I would rather take Shane Falco. I would rather take Keanu Reeves, just as Keanu Reeves, to beat the Bears instead of that. That's I don't like it.
Well, Keanu Reeves as John Wick or as Shane Falco or as Neo from the Matrix would win in all of those situations.
As John Wick, there would be 31 teams left in the NFL. Just headshots for that team. They'd be dead. So we're going 1 unit on our Guma of the week, Chicago minus 2.5. Last but not least, our CKPP of the week, Christian Kirk player prop. Back. Back. He's going to bounce back, Bonesy. We're taking Christian Kirk over catches, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. It's not up yet?
No, it's not up yet. Last week it was 4.5. Probably will be 4.5 again this week.
What did he get last week?
Plus 140, he had 4.
That stinks.
They're playing the Ravens. Great defense. Still have faith in Christian Kirk.
So fade that. Fade that. Fade
No.
that.
Don't call it a comeback because he's already here as the best receiver in the NFL. Calvin Harris told me so. He expects a nice bounce back game from Christian Kirk. 1 unit, whatever the fuck it is, on Christian Kirk's over catches for 1 unit. Those are my 6 picks from the 6 borough, Bonesy. I hope they make you as financially unstable as I am.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.